And we're getting some more inputs on this story. Now, according to official documents, Delhi Chief Minister was arrested at 9:05 p.m. yesterday. The mobile phone of Arvind Kejriwal has also been seized by the Enforcement Directorate. In fact, incriminating documents have also been seized by the ED. Now, ED is confident about the proofs that they have against Arvind Kejriwal. So, more details surfacing, coming to the fore as far as Arvind Kejriwal's arrest is concerned. CNN News 18's Anshul Singh is now joining us with more details on this. Anshul, what more details do we have about Arvind Kejriwal's arrest?
So yes, the manner in which the action was taken by the Enforcement Directorate, it actually narrates a story in itself that how confident is the Enforcement Directorate that they could actually go ahead and get conviction in this entire matter. Because remember, the step that was taken by the Enforcement Directorate was taken after the arrest of K. Kavita. And in the remand note of K. Kavita, there are several details that the Enforcement Directorate has divulged in front of the court pertaining to the investigation. These details include that how the CA of K. Kavita Vuchi Babu had gone on record and informed the Enforcement Directorate that how there were dealings that were happening between K. Kavita and the Delhi's Chief Minister and Deputy Chief Minister, and how there were several middlemen through which an amount of rupees, almost 100 crores, was given from the alleged South lobby to the Delhi Chief Minister to not only tweak the liquor policy while it was being made, but also when the L1 licenses were being distributed, they were being benefited from that as well. So yes, the Enforcement Directorate now has an exact list of how Arvind Kejriwal is actually involved in this entire matter, and they are very, very confident that the manner in which the proofs that investigation has gone on from the last 2 years, Arvind Kejriwal is one of the accused in this entire matter, and probably he is the kingpin of this entire matter. Remember, K. Kavita has a very, very important role to play in this. Also, businessmen like Manguta Reddy were the first person who actually tried to figure out a way as to how they can enter the liquor business out here in the national capital. Since they were already operating in South India, they wanted to come to the national capital, and hence meetings with the Delhi chief ministers were held. And once that meeting happened, through the way of K. Kavita, businessmen of the South lobby were actually informed that they are ready to invite them to the national capital, but for that they will have to give them 100 crore rupees kickbacks. This amount was eventually used in the Goa and Punjab elections, is what the allegation is. So yes, definitely troubles for Arvind Kejriwal is mounting. There is definitely no per se hope that he could be given any sort of relief at this point in time, because the kind of proofs that the Enforcement Directorate has been able to gather, that is very, very incriminating. Also, the manner in which the raids that were carried out, because remember, the Delhi Chief Minister had already skipped 9 summons already. Yesterday was the day when he was supposed to appear before the Enforcement Directorate and depose before the Enforcement Directorate for the 9th time. He did not come there, and that is the reason why the Enforcement Directorate team went directly to his house with a search warrant of his residence. And in that search procedure, he was questioned as well. And once the questioning started, the IO of the case felt that he is not cooperating with the investigation, and that is the reason why they went ahead and arrested him, because the IO felt that it is for the best interest for the investigation of this case that the Delhi Chief Minister is questioned in custodial interrogation. And that is what will happen today. In the next few hours, we are expecting that the Delhi Chief Minister would be taken to the Routes Avenue Court. At this point in time, as we speak, a team of medical doctors has gone inside the office of the Enforcement Directorate, where the medical checkups of Arvind Kejriwal will happen, and once the reports come out, the MLC reports come out, he would then be taken or be presented in front of the court, either virtually depending upon the law and order situation, or physically in front of the Rouse Avenue Court, where the Enforcement Directorate will ask for an extended custody.
All right.
Now, once that extended custody is granted, in all likelihood, Arvind Kejriwal will be confronted with the facts and other accused in this matter as well.
All right, Anshul, please stay with us. We also have Arunima, Anvit and Yash on this story. Arunima, coming to you first. Can you tell us what were the grounds exactly on which Arvind Kejriwal was arrested by ED yesterday?
was the grounds were actually not revealed when the arrest memo was served on him, and that is something that his defense team is actually going to make an issue at the Rouse Avenue court, saying that the grounds were not mentioned and this entire arrest is political. They might even dub it illegal. But exactly what is the ED's case, Anshul has already recapped for us. Essentially, Arvind Kejriwal's name has been part of Enforcement Directorate and CBI charge sheets since the first time the charge sheets were filed, except that his name was in column 2. What does column 2 really mean? Column 2 is a section whereby you don't name a person as an accused, but just cite the person's name or role as circumstances which help the investigating officer. So the circumstance that was cited was actually about Vijay Nair, the then communication in charge of the Aam Aadmi Party. He reportedly was in presence of Sameer Mahendru, one of the South group businessmen, and in his presence he made a FaceTime call allegedly to Arvind Kejriwal. In this FaceTime call, Arvind Kejriwal introduced Nair to Mahendru, saying he's my boy. So this was cited earlier also. Now that he's in custody and Nair has been named as a key conspirator, there is a possibility that the IO is going to ask Kejriwal why he referred to Nair as so. Was he aware that Nair was speaking to Mahendru about kickbacks to influence the excise policy? The second thing Kejriwal could be asked is that what happened to the money, because 100 crore is the amount that both the ED and CBI have mentioned, but they have cited only about 30 lakh rupees that was used in Goa election campaign. What happened to the rest of the money? Was it utilized in the Aam Aadmi Party's election campaign in Punjab? Was it laundered through shell companies? They have seized his phone last night. Some digital devices have been seized as well. ED officials are not very hopeful, because even in Manish Sisodia's case, the phone did not give them anything. The actual phone, the CBI claimed, had gone missing. So in this case also, even though they are trying to ascertain what digital data can be extracted from the devices seized last night, they are not very hopeful, and that's why they are likely to ask the Rouse Avenue Court for further custody, for custodial interrogation and confronting Kejriwal with the other suspects.
All right, Arunima, please stay with us. Anvit, now coming to you, there are several reactions coming in from the Aam Aadmi Party. The Aam Aadmi Party leaders claim that there was no money trail found, and despite that, Arvind Kejriwal was arrested.
Yeah, see, they have been saying that it's all a political game and political vendetta against Kejriwal, because they believe that Kejriwal is the one who is the competitor of the present government and the Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and they have been alleging that it is all a vendetta to pull down Kejriwal and the Aam Aadmi Party from fighting elections, as the Lok Sabha elections have been recently been announced, and the timing is also being questioned. Right now we are reporting from ED office, where you can see anticipating that Aam Aadmi Party workers can come down, as they had yesterday also blocked many roads, many arterial roads that led to Kejriwal's CM's residence. Police is anticipating that similar actions by Aam Aadmi Party supporters and Karyakartas can be done today, and in anticipation of that, heavy bandobast has been laid around the ED office. In fact, the entire main road that runs across from the Taj Mansingh roundabout till the till the other side of the Khan market, that has been entirely barricaded, and no vehicle is being allowed on that road. In fact, the drivers and commuters are being asked to take a detour. A notice has been put here telling that 144 CRPC is imposed, and gathering of any of 4 or more persons will not be allowed in this area. We are also given to understand that in a short while questioning of Kejriwal might also begin. It is also being said that a medical team has reached ED office, and that can also be suggestive of the fact that he might be taken out and taken to Rouse Avenue Court, where ED will ask for his custody so that he can be interrogated. Recently, K. Kavita was also arrested. She is the second big name to be arrested in the last 1 week, and ED might also confront those who have been arrested previously. K. Kavita also might be confronted with Kejriwal, because the money trail, as you asked, is the main thing that the ED wants to establish, and that is why some documents were also seized from Kejriwal's house last night. And like Arunima also said, the phone might not reveal much, as it happened in Sosia's case. So the documents and the money trail is the main thing that the ED is currently looking at, and therefore for that they want Kejriwal to be interrogated in their custody at this office.